Have it unanimously. Item 18, do we have a motion, please?
I recommend that the Board of Education approve an agreement between Western Wayne School District and the Wayne County Office of Behavioral and Developmental Programs and Early Intervention regarding the Student Assistant Program for the 2015-2016 school year, effective immediately through June 30th, 2016. I'll second it.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
Is there any cost to the district with this?
If it's for the student assistance program, there would not be a cost associated with this.
So the services rendered by the county are free?
The student assistance
Yes.
program.
Yeah. But we're not paying any, we're not paying the
No.
county for any services rendered? Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Mayor.
You're welcome.
Are there any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 19, do we have a motion, please?
I recommend that the Board of Education adopt the proposed waivers of expulsion hearing and stipulation relating to the following students, thereby excluding the students from the Western Wayne School District in accordance with the terms thereof, as listed.
I'll second.
The motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor, give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 20, we have a motion. Those can be taken as listed, if you please.
I recommend to approve the following overnight trips and chaperones for the 2015-16 school year. PMEA District Band as listed, PMEA District Jazz as listed, as well as the high school TSA State Conference as listed.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 21, do we have a motion, please?
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the following new transportation contract at state formula for the 2015-2016 school year. Ashley Swingle, van number 111, Waymark, South Canaan, to St. Dominic's Academy, effective October 12, 2015.
A second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 22A, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the following personnel to be added to the district substitute list for the 2015-2016 school year for certification Act 2434, 151, 114, 115, 168 guidelines, employment eligibility verification, U.S. Department of Justice, Rebecca Hayden, Kristen Murray, Kimberly Olson, and NEIU guest teachers.
I'll second it.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
The guest teacher program will be something new for us. Guest teacher program is an emergency certification program where you can have a 4-year college degree but not have to necessarily be a professionally certified, PA certified teacher. We're struggling so much to get substitutes at the district level. And any school employees of other states that don't have reciprocity with the certification process are also part of that. So we will have some additional guest teachers, but there are guest teachers that were approved through the IU. Then the IU unfortunately dropped the program due to funding primarily, but we do need to add more subs to the list, and this gives us the opportunity for a guest as well as certified professional teaching substitute list to help us with the overload that we currently have of not having enough substitutes in the district. There are two school employees who are retired teachers from New Jersey who are going to be added to this list, but New Jersey and Pennsylvania does not have reciprocity. So guest teacher literally is a four-year college degree person, not necessarily Pennsylvania certified. Will give us the opportunity to add additional people. And they will be the last case resort once we exhaust the certified teacher list first, then the guest teacher list will come next. And quite honestly, there are many days during the week that we don't have enough certified teaching substitutes available for the vacancies that we have. And that's district, every district around us, every district in the state is struggling with the same situation. So adding a guest program will help alleviate some of the doubling up on classes or coverages, or some of the, or additional study halls that we can actually have a non-certified but college-educated substitute guest teacher available for us. So that's something new for the district.
Joe, I just have one question on that. If somebody had an out-of-state teacher's certificate but did not go through the NEIU, can they still be considered a guest teacher or no?
Yes, we'll bring that, but that will come directly to us as additional people. And yes, and there will be an emergency certificate that we can apply for on their behalf to be able to use them.
Joe, all these teachers that are listed, they're all out of the NEIU, or there's some that, as you stated, are
Now, these are all out of the IU, but there are some people who are close by. There's a person from Vandalen, a person from Lake Ariel, a person from Jefferson Township. These were already approved at the IU level, and we will be adding all of them. Quite honestly, most of them won't come because they're too far, but at least that adds to our pool of people, and then the additional people that we will have, we'll bring on individually as
just like we have here.
Yes,
Just like we have.
yeah, correct.
Thank you.
Yep.
Are there any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining?
I will abstain.
The ayes have it by a vote of 8 yes and 1 abstention by Mrs. Pliss. Item 22B, please.
I move that the Board of Education approve the following sabbatical leave of absence change for employee professional staff 02-15-16 from professional development to restoration health for the 2015-16 school year.
I'll second it.
The motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 22C, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the following sabbatical leave of absence for professional development request for the second semester of the 2015-2016 school year, PS number 3-15-16.
I'll second that.
I'm sorry, that was Mr. Pavelski. The motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 22D, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education appoint the following to the listed advisory positions for the 2015-2016 school year at the salary listed in the professional employee's contract, pending adjustment upon updated contract. Sarah Calabro, musical assistant director for $1,093.
I'll second it.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those, I'm sorry.
This is an added position in the new contract, correct? The assistant director, or is that something that's carried over?
No, this is a carryover. This was there. Yeah, this has been there, and it only applies when it's a musical. So musical, and it has been in place for the last contract as well.
It was MOU during the.
Yeah, it's an MOU. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Are there any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 22E, please.
I I recommend that the Board of Education appoint the following to the listed coaching position for the 2015-2016 school year at the salary listed in the professional employee contract pending adjustment upon updated contract contingent upon receipt of clearance. Elizabeth Shalasta, winter cheerleading coach, $3,369. Christine Carey, winter cheerleading coach for $3,369. And Maria Schlepp for volleyball boys assistants, $2,086.
I'll second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
Has there been a decision made if there's going to be a joint squad again, like 14, 15, or if there's going to be two independent, one for boys basketball and one for the wrestling team? Yeah.
It's still pending as two separate squads.
So
And I know that
would
your
be-
question is, there are two head positions as far as the pay scale goes, and both of those were agreed by contract. So right now, it's still two split squads, one for wrestling and one for basketball.
Do you see that changing at all due to numbers?
It could, and if when it does, then we would have to sit down and negotiate a new MOU for a,
Not the MOUs.
yeah, for a new lesser secondary position if there's only one squad.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Any abstaining? The ayes have it by a vote of 8 yes and 1 no by Mr. Cadenzi. Item 22F, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the following to the list of volunteers for the 2015-2016 school year contingent upon receipt of clearances as listed.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
I have a question on James Collins. He's only listed for the Western Maine School. How is that gonna work with him as a volunteer? Everybody else has a position, like in a, or at least place in a building.
He's requested multiple areas to be volunteering in, so we chose to put him as just the school district because there are multiple levels and multiple buildings and multiple activities that he wanted to be able to help with. So that was the reason for listing it that way. But very good point. Still obviously needs to have all the clearances, but there were multiple things that he had requested to be able to contribute to on a voluntary basis, so we just listed the school district.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 23 are informational items. American Education Week will be November 16th through the 20th. Parent-teacher conferences are scheduled for November 24th in all district buildings. Conferences are scheduled from the afternoon of the 24th beginning at 1 p.m. and ending at 8 p.m. District administrators and teachers strongly urge all parents to participate in the conferences. This will be a noon early dismissal day for students for the Thanksgiving holiday. Under dates to remember, Veterans Day program will be held November 10th at 9 a.m. middle school, 10 a.m. in the high school. Robert D. Wilson Picture Retake Day will be November 10th also. Robert D. Wilson Turkey Trot will be held November 12th. Middle school dance, sponsored by the WWMS Chorus, will be November 13th at 7 p.m. Evergreen Picture Retake Day will be November 17th. Evergreen Holiday Concert, grades 1 and 2, November 17th at 7 p.m. Evergreen Holiday Concert, grades 3 and 4, November 18th at 7 p.m. Evergreen Scholastic Book Fair will be November 23rd and 24th. Parent-teacher conferences, again, are scheduled for November 24th from 1 to 8 p.m. Evergreen Santa Workshop will be December 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Robert D. Wilson's Santa Workshop will be December 7th, December,
7 through 11.
on what day?
December 7th through the 11th,
All
multiple days.
4 days. Okay. 7th through the 11th. Robert D. Wilson Holiday Concert, grades 3 and 4, December 8th at 7 p.m. Middle school, 7th and 8th grade band and chorus concert, December 10th at 7 p.m. High school concert, December 17th at 7 p.m. Student teachers and interns from Chatham University. We have intern Krista Crayer, occupational therapist with Jennifer Barillo, January 4th through March 25th of 2016. From Keystone College, we have a student teacher, Shannon Nolan, in special education with Lisa Boguski at Evergreen Elementary, March 7th through April 29th, 2016. From Marywood University, student teacher Molly Hedden, pre-K with Mary Beth Lummy, at Evergreen, October 27th, 2015 through December 11th, 2015. Do we have any correspondence at this time?
I do not.
Are there any questions regarding the superintendent's report? The assistant superintendent's report? Principal's reports? Any report on federal programs?
No, Mr. President.
Thank you. Under other business, we have a few things to cover. I'd first like to congratulate and wish all the best to two of our board members who are definitely leaving. This will be their last meeting. Mrs. Pliss, as you heard earlier, has enjoyed 24 years of getting out of the house multiple nights a month and then going home and studying diligently and getting frustrated and then coming back with questions. So it's a vicious cycle, but Mrs. Pliss, I congratulate you and thank you very much for your service. Would you care to address this humble crowd?
Sure, if they want to sit and listen. I don't have a prepared speech at all, but I can say that this has been truly a journey of volunteerism. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. There has been some negatives for it. For instance, I came here, Joe, on my anniversary. There were some sacrifices, and my kids knew, and my husband knew, that if there was something going on with the school board, I wasn't here. I wasn't going to be home, you know. I could introduce my husband. He's back in the audience over there someplace. Girls are here, Joanne and Jill. Also sacrificed by not being there, but they've survived. And now that they have kids of their own, they know what goes on too. And I would say to everybody that's here, it's been a pleasure, my pleasure, to be involved in the education and the business of the Western Wayne School District. The school district is made up of our students and the community and our employees. One cannot do without the other, believe it or not. It has to be a togetherness. Don't have to agree, but you can agree to disagree, and that's what it's all about, you know. So if there's anybody here that wants to volunteer, we would welcome anybody here. We do thank the employees of the district, though. I've done it time and time again to say thank you, but not enough, not enough at all. I know that you sacrifice for the education of our students, and I don't think you're going to see the last of
Thank you again, Mrs. Pliss.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We also have Mr. David Lindow, who's been with us for a short time, but he's done I know you seriously attended school board meetings for probably 4 to 6 years before you even ran for the board. So, you know, this hasn't been a short venture for you either. So, but congratulations, thank you, and the same goes to you. Do you have some comments for this crowd?
Yeah, I gotta say that we disagree a lot, but the respect that I have for you guys, and I think you have for me, is humbling. It's been a very good experience. I've enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to volunteering in other places there. Some other places that I'm very much looking forward to working with kids on some level. And, you know, thanks for being here, you know, it's been a good thing.
Thank you. Thank you, David. I would also like to congratulate, we had 3 members of our cross-country teams who qualified for state. Mr. Adams, you have their names?
Sure. Paige Burlow on the girls, she's a freshman. Jake Passaic as a sophomore on the boys, and Haskell Fleming. So they will be representing Western Wayne School District Saturday at the state cross-country meet. They qualified with the times this weekend to be able to represent us at the state level, and it's an amazing honor. It's a huge discipline. Anybody who's run 3.2 miles every day times about 10 for this group. It's quite an honor to have 3 of our students represent the school district at the state meet. So hats off to the team, hats off to these 3 individuals for persevering and qualifying. So that's this coming Saturday at, I believe they do that at State College now. So, you know, we wish them well.
Thank you. Have any of the board members further business? Comments? Did I miss anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
There was a lot of negative press this weekend regarding SROs and SPOs, and then today a lot of comments regarding those types of positions and are people qualified and capable. I just want everybody to know that the 3 gentlemen that we have at the school district are superiorly highly qualified. They're all military, 7 to 13 years of military experience, somewhere between 19 and 26 years of state police experience, and then in addition to that, some of the other things that our SROs and SPOs have done are basic school national training for SROs at Fort Indiantown Gap, advanced schooling at the NEIU for the national program, a mandatory in-service training annually, child and parent reunification after school crisis training, student assistance program training, keeping our kids safe, sponsored by the Pennsylvania Homeland Security training, and annual firearms update training. So just in case anybody thinks that that the individuals who are employed at the school district you know, wondering about their qualifications, especially with the negative press that's happened this weekend, our